Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Texas Tech Red Raiders, Jones AT&T Stadium in Lubbock, Texas. As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the Houston Cougars, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Texas Tech Red Raiders. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Houston ready to boot it deep and get this game going. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. So the Texas Tech Red Raiders offense will be first on the attack. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sundays.
Yeah, these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks, David. This one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are two huge names.
There he goes. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field, what a big gain for the offense.
To the air, it's Ayers. Makes the grab. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down?
Man, it's so nice to have a quarterback who doesn't flinch. You watch it, man. He's hanging in there, right? Hanging in there. Takes some time for those routes to get down the field. Gets hit as he throws it, but delivers the ball, catchable ball down the field, and makes the big play. That's toughness by that young man.
And they'll get him down inside the 5, but this offense powering for the score. The Red Raiders trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Red Raiders!
And coaches always talk about starting fast and taking that opening drive and really setting the tone for the football game, and that is exactly what they did. And they finish it with a good brand of physicality, running the football, ending the drive, and getting off to the 6-0 start.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Houston's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
I hate being that guy to say just take a dive, don't take a hit. But when the play is going absolutely nowhere, you might think about it.
First, do no harm, right? And you've already been harmed, so just don't make it worse.
Don't take those big shots unless you know it's for an important situation. Goal line, 3rd down, touchdown.
Smith wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the right. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. This Houston offense about to snap it on 1st down again. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. It's caught. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. The Red Raider crowd rising to the occasion to help its defense on 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. Houston sends the punt team onto the field. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. His first one of the day gave that leg a workout 5 times in last week's victory. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Let's talk for just a second about Texas Tech. Top 5 up to this point is really good. It's staying there. As we get closer to the playoff, that becomes a huge challenge.
They just need to focus on winning right now. They're in position as a top 5 team to reach the college football playoff, but you've got to keep winning, and that's got to be the mindset. And coming into today, they have to bring their A game to the field.
And we're still in the middle of the season, so there's so many ways to still make a good impression for this squad, and we still have conference championships for some. We have great
turning it on. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Houston offense ready to go back to work. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Not a lot of daylight. He gets 1 to the 32.
I don't like the play call. You're down this much against the best run defense in the entire country. You're just smashing your face against the wall. You're not going to get it done. To win this game, you're going to have to throw the ball to get back in it.
Got his man out of the backfield. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. And you don't want to start this game with 2 straight punts. Big 3rd down opportunity. Smith dropping to pass. He lobs one high down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Houston will be forced to punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Just needs a crack to get a return. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Sends it back in motion. To the air on 1st down. Caught in the backfield, it's Slay. And a 9-yard gain on 1st down leaves him with 2nd and short.
The quick passing game does several things. One, it doesn't let the pass rush get you. Those great defensive linemen, the ball's coming out so fast they can't get there. And then what else? It gets me ahead of the sticks. I don't have to worry about getting in long yardage and predictable situations.
Quickly out to the tight end. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Tight end now in motion. Wants to throw on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Sims. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
They'll run play action. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. Touchdown, Red Raiders! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play. On the move from inside his 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. The Houston offense comes onto the field. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Smith wants to throw. Fires to the big fella. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
Gets it out just short of the 20, out of bounds at the 19-yard line, and a little more room to operate. Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Got the quick pass. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs in this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that play. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. They're setting up the screen. He works his way up to the 33 and is pushed out of bounds. Yeah, and you're going to see this offense find different ways to get this running back involved. It's not just going to be on the handoffs, and they're certainly going to line him up in different places and even throw him the football. But the screen game's a big part of it, too. We're trying to get him going there. And he couldn't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Houston sends the punt team onto the field. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. They could not have drawn up a better start than this, already up 21-0. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. Looking for space, it's Warren.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers putting out plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the...
Oh, he's got some space. He wasn't far from taking it to the house, and that'll be the final play of the 1st quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Texas Tech is on top. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the 1st period as we look at the stats. Going to need to step up to make sure this one doesn't get out of hand as the second quarter is about to get underway. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Going with the counter play here. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to throw. It's Ayers. It's complete to the right. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. And the Red Raiders are flying down the field. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Finds his big tight end. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. The Red Raiders trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
Well, this thing's turning into a rout. It's turning into a rout quickly. Really nice job by the offense there, but it's not just them. Their defense is getting it done. Their special teams are getting it done, and it just feels like they're really feeding off of this home crowd and their energy. This has been the definition. Field advantage in this football.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. They've gotten very little done on their first 3 possessions, hoping this one will be more productive. He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Into a mass of giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Swings it out to his running back. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on 3rd down.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
Houston will be forced to punt. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gotten out everybody right now on the same page.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, you're going to be hard to stop.
They'll ride the hot hand. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
How about that for efficiency if you're on this offense right now? 3 plays, 3 first downs. They get that one running the football. Great vision and open field running ability. Everything they're doing right now is working. This play caller is in a rhythm.
Zings it complete to the right. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays. The quarterback and his unit is executing. And this defense right now, they have no answers.
And the Red Raiders have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. To the air. It's Ayers. Back's got it. And he's down after making the catch, but did not reach the line to gain.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on 1st down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Touchdown, Red Raiders! And they take it in for 6 more points. I mean, the way this team has dominated this game, impressive to say the least.
And it's cool now because you're kicking the credit of them so bad, you start to put the backups in, and all them get to get juice and get to get some playing time, get some feel good. And the other side, well, they're just taking it right to the face.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Here comes the Houston offense once again. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Solid gain to get them out close to the 20. Pick up a 5 to the 19. And the Cougars can really attack on this 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Makes the catch. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. 1st and 10 from their own 24-yard line. They'll leave it with him. Look out, he's got room.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Almost had the completion, just missed it.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense has just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down. The Cougars come to the line with a new set of downs. Gives it on the option. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Let's talk for a second about Houston. By the end of the day, one of these 2 teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye in the college football playoff on the line. This game critical at this point in the season for both teams.
And so much talent in this game, too. Outstanding coaching staffs, NFL talent on both teams going into this one. David, this might be a rematch in the conference championship game. We might get to see this matchup again.
And it's so nice to have 2 teams playing so well at the top of their conference. You know this game matters. There's no sleepwalking into this game. You see the numbers at the top of the conference. It's you and it's them. Who's going to come out today?
And that's a really good example of a quarterback and his intended target both being on the same page. The timing was almost perfect on that play. That's why they were able to convert the third down, now setting up first and goal.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
And that doesn't happen very often. That's their go-to guy. I love the way they move him around the field, and they try to attack the middle with him to get the ball in his hands and let him do some damage. And he shows you the drop. Okay, it's in there, but it doesn't happen very often.
Trying to find the end zone.
And on that out route third down, guys, you just want to see a little bit better execution. You want to see more depth on the route. You want to see a little bit more of an accurate throw so he doesn't have to come back and fight for it, so that we can pick up the first down a lot easier. A little bit better by the quarterback and receiver, and as a result, they do get the catch, but it sets up fourth and short.
They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Here's the handoff. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. The Red Raiders with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Leaves it with the running back. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Back to throw, it's Ayers. Got his man on the right.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line, good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
This dude will pick you apart if you give him time. You better get to him. You better make him feel uncomfortable. This defense did that. Nice job by the defense, hurrying the quarterback through his thought process.
Snagged out of the air. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Wants to keep it in the air. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Finally, the defense is able to make a play, and I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Rides the back on the option, the give. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Ball's at the 26. It's 3rd and short, and they'd love to pick up the first down and avoid settling for the field goal. Makes the grab on the left. Breaks into the open. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They score again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the second half?
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found. Stopped at the 23. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Handoff from the gun. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Smith dropping to pass. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
Well, this offense will screen you in a variety of ways. They'll throw receiver screens, tight end screens. The running back screen also a big part of what they like to do, like you just saw there.
Makes the grab. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. When you've already sent your punter out 4 times, at least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. Houston sends the punt team onto the field. He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. There's enough time left in the half here, David, to make something happen.
Dang right. I want to be aggressive. I'm not backed up in my own end. I can stay aggressive here. Try to get a field goal, Palmer. Try to get in range to get some kind of points before half.
Yeah, 2 biggest things are you got to protect the quarterback, and the QB cannot throw a pick here in this situation. If you do those 2 things, you got an opportunity here to steal some points.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
There he goes. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Trying to get the corner. Got the first down and more. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raiders!
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And the offense will play it safe, take a knee, and head to halftime. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've got a terrific atmosphere there today in Lubbock.
And the Red Raiders will kick it away to crank up the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. The Houston offense ready to go back to work. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this 3rd quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan to the head. That was a TKO. It was awful in the first half. Flush it. I got to start doing something right. I got to find some positives. I get the ball first to start this possession, try to put a scoring drive together.
The only thing you can do at this point offensively is just make sure your best players are touching the football as often as possible. You recruited these guys. You got guys out of...
Turning it on! Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line.
Well, good decision there by the QB. A little zone read action. He reads the defensive end, crashing down, keeps it himself, gets a nice chunk of yards.
And when you do that, you just sort of get the drive going or keep it going, as the case may be.
It's amazing in college football now how big of a part of each offense the zone read has become. As we're seeing more and more athletic quarterbacks on roster.
Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Well, they were probably... four-down territory with a 3rd and short, so the quarterback is licking his chops thinking there's no way the defense is going to be thinking I'm taking a deep shot down the field right now. I've got a home run ball, but give the defender so much credit. He was ready for it, and he snags that out of the air.
Great discipline by this defense. Understanding it's 3rd and short, you might get a short concept. No. Playing the deep ball great with great discipline. I like the way he breaks on the football, gathers the interception, and gets the big 3rd down stop.
On the move. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. Stuck with a running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. Takes the handoff. It's Warren. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
This shouldn't be... to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
The Red Raiders come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Warren. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Give to the running back. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Red Raiders. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. ULM is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. These Warhawks have picked themselves up. turnover, and they're capable of it again today. They're trailing by just 4 to James Madison. Sunbelt, Funbelt. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking left. Makes the grab. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Makes the grab. It's Flowers. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rounding to the football?
Rides the back and leaves it. Can't get him to the ground. He steps out of bounds right at the 45-yard line, and now they're starting to put things together. The Cougars come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll give it on the counter. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense. And here comes the punt team. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. On his way back to the 20. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, Dave?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up. There's really no secret to it, David. When this guy's running well, this offense is so hard to stop.
It opens up everything, and he's having a great day, showing you a little bit of everything.
Oh, he's got some space. Dragged down at the 43, but it's a pickup of 10 on that one.
And it's really nice to have a workhorse running back that you know you can feed and get productive gain after gain. Now over 100 yards. You've already got some separation on the scoreboard. I would continue to feed this workhorse.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
He gets it down to the 36 before being knocked out of bounds. And the Red Raiders come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. They try to get it outside on the left. They got 0 push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
They'll get this drive going from the 17. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the 1st down. That's the end of the period, and it's Texas Tech holding the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. So the final period starts with a second down play. Looking to fire. Finds the tight end. He'll work his way up to the 24-yard line before being shoved out of bounds.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
Got his man on the outside. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down. Houston will be forced to punt. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead.
Breaks into the open. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Power football with the run. Wrestled down at the 26. It's a gain of 4. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Wide receiver going in motion. To the air on 2nd down. That's caught. It's late. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
Here we go. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking to the end zone. And he was going for the touchdown there, and they couldn't make the connection. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Got nothing last time. Now 2nd and goal from the 3. Trying play action. Looking for the score. Can't hang on in the end zone, and that one is going to drive him crazy when he watches it. It'll be 3rd down. 6th play of the drive coming up. Looking to the end zone on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Red Raider! Fitted in the window for the score. They extend this 4th quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll move the tight end. He wants to start this drive with a pass. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Gets the back moving. And back to the air on 2nd down. Fires downfield. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You've got to give this defense a ton of credit.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. Houston sends the punt team onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. before he goes out of bounds, and what a way to build a little momentum. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. He's got it on the run. Touchdown, Red Raider! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. With that last score, things comfortable here in the fourth as they are headed to a 7-1 record.
It hasn't mattered what they've called, guys, offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. The Houston offense comes onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Gives it on the option. He found a hole, got about 5. He's down at the 21. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. He's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage again, and this just hasn't been his day. Nowhere to run. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the deflection by the defense brings up 4th down. Houston will be forced to punt. He's got it near midfield. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33. The Red Raiders will have it 1st and 10. Over the middle, it's Shaw. He's brought down the 1, a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. And the Red Raiders have pushed it inside the 20. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. And he fights his way forward, gets away from 1, but not much doing on that one. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. He leaves it with his back. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. He cannot get it in. A mere inches away from pay dirt. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Out of the gun, looking to throw. He's got it in the end zone for another touchdown, and this is a full-fledged beatdown.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. This has been an old-fashioned fanny paddling, David. I mean, they've just got taken behind the woodshed.
There's nothing to say. This has been an absolute beatdown. Dominated from the start, Jesse, to almost the finish now. They have done nothing right.
Everyone's going to have a real hard look at themselves, I think, this week after watching the film and in practice. And they just got to take accountability. They have to understand, man for man in this offense, they've got to do a better job next time they're on the field.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23.
Listen, I'm not one for moral victories, and obviously they're trailing by a lot of points late in this game, and they are going to lose, but it is a good sign if you're the head coach of this team that you're seeing your guys out there still competing and still fighting until there's zeros on the clock.
Here's a throw downfield late. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. Houston sends the punt team onto the field. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. One more play to pad the stats. Toss to the outside. Creates a little room. Gets it past the marker. They're able to make the stop, but a little extra icing on this winning cake in this one. This is what you're looking for when you have